this is my review of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, so in this episode, Terence Darby actually challenges the Joestar Group to a video game competition, which is in a similar vein to that of his older brother, who played card games and gambles and stuff like that. So Terence reveals himself to be the brother of Daniel, naturally everybody's a little concerned because after realizing that how bad of a shape Daniel was left in, they're worried if Terence is actually going to take revenge on them and by avenging his brother. However, Terence reveals that he is in fact not going to take revenge on them. He's in fact fighting them of his own volition, of his own accord, pointing out that he and his brother share a similar mindset and that he who gets caught loses. So he shows no remorse in what happened to his brother, pointing out that he has a similar mindset and understands that his brother lost because he was careless and cocky, and realizing that he was most likely put in charge of being the butler for that reason. He actually challenges the two Jotaro to a stand fight, summoning his stand Atom, which is named after the god Atom. So the first thing he does is declare which arm Jotaro is going to throw a punch with, declaring it to be the left arm. However, when Star Platinum throws a punch, he throws his right arm, but Atom dodges effortlessly regardless. And then grabs a hold of Star Platinum's arm and declares that Jotaro is in fact a worthy challenger. And then Terence pulls Jotaro in using his stand, with Kakyoin and Joseph in tow, who try to grab onto Jojo and pull him out of the black hole in the illusion, but they fall in anyway. However, Joseph shouts to the remaining members of the Joestar Group that are left outside to burn down the mansion if they're not back within an hour. So with that, they're transported to an island, which is somewhere in the mansion, according to Terence. And Terence is very upfront about what it is that they are and where they are and what's going on. He answers every question more or less truthfully. He explains that it is in fact that it at the very least is a stand power, but it's neither his power or nor Dio's. So it's another stand user, as I suspected it was. So with that, they actually go. That Terence actually challenges them to a gambling system, at which point, and also revealing that he has a very similar power to his brothers and that he can steal a person's soul. However, he decides to take it a little step further by putting the souls into dolls he makes as a hobby, which is about as creepy as you would expect. So with that, he actually challenges all the group to a video game competition, choosing Kakyoin as his first victim, pointing out that Kakyoin has the least amount of stake since Jotaro and Joseph are related by blood. He realizes that if he defeats the two of them first, that Kakyoin would most likely back out. He would be the most likely. And while they do initially refuse after finding out that Atom is actually still attached to Jotaro's soul, they decide to go through with it. So Kakyoin decides to challenge Darby to a racing game, and that's what the rest of the episode is. It's about Darby and Kakyoin playing a racing game against one another. So they use their respective stands to give themselves an edge. So here's the thing: they're evenly matched. Darby is a skilled video game player, and so is Kakyoin. He's basically memorized the game, and there are no cheats or anything. It's just them playing the game. Joseph confirms with Hermit Purple that the game system hasn't been tampered with, and Terence later confirms it again, but pointing out that he isn't like his brother and doesn't cheat. He's a lot more honest and straightforward. So with that, the two start playing a racing game, and they two with Jotaro and Joseph narrating over it. So Kakyoin is able to keep his cool, mainly because he had his confrontation with Dio. and how he felt pathetic after being seduced by Dio, and declared that he wasn't going to be that weak person anymore, which is how he's able to keep his cool. And the two are basically neck and neck for most of the episode. They spend most of the episode going through the track, going through each of the turns, and until they get to a tunnel, at which point Kakyoin pulls up on the wall, and the two just keep going. But by that point, their radars on their car stop working, and they have to navigate it completely by memory, which they do successfully. But then Terence winds up pulling ahead. So yeah, the episode is different. It's basically about these two stand users who you would normally see fighting and punching one another, playing a video game with their stands. It's weird. So yeah, but in any case, yeah, Terence is shown to be Terence, by defeating Kakyoin in this episode, is shown to be a very powerful very skilled video game player, I guess I should say. He's definitely. He even remarks that he's captured a lot of people by playing video games, and also remarks that the only time he actually felt challenged was this one guy he kidnapped and put the soul in, who had a very high IQ and was very skilled, and Terence admits that he just barely won. So yeah, Terence is a very skilled video game player. Basically, he's very dangerous in his own right, because I don't know if you noticed, but it takes quite a bit of skill to not only play with one of these, but also do it with pinpoint precision. Something I do not have. Yeah, if you don't know, esports players spend a lot of time training to become the best, and it takes a lot of skill to actually become a skilled player in that regard. So Terence is definitely up there. He's definitely on par with other esports players. So he's definitely a very skilled player in his own right. But yeah, this episode was mainly just to show that yes, this is actually going to be a very different type of challenge, because they have to play video games, which isn't normally challenging. It is actually quite enjoyable at the best of times. I don't know if you know, I sort of run a Let's Playing channel on the side here. You might have known that I kind of am versed in this kind of thing, so it's kind of my wheelhouse, maybe. But yeah, it just shows that Terence is actually pretty skilled at video games. So the group may have a bit of a challenge in trying to actually overtake him. But in any case, that is my review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What do you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon in the description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks that I'm my way saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!